Hello everyone, I'm MaxTreezy87 and this is Let's Play Disco Elysium Part 14. In the previous video we finished up our investigation into the drugs, going through the traffic jam, and we learned a bit more about the person who was murdered from the Wild Pines rep, and we also learned that we maybe have a time limit to solve the case, potentially 5 days from now or 5 days total. Game wasn't really entirely clear. We're gonna go talk to Everett, see if we can use our info in the drug trade to maybe get him to like give us our badge or gun or something. I don't know. I just feel like there might be some dialogue there. We'll go run over there, try that. Then we will probably try and get the dead body down, and then we will talk to the other mercenaries, since we know that, well, you're presumably, I don't remember who the other person was supposed to be that was a mercenary, but they basically said the scab guy is actually one of the mercs. Nothing in here. Anything in the guard booth?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads Rene Arnaud.
I'm pretty sure they told us not to take a rest here when we were here last time. I don't see why I can't sleep in there instead of paying the freaking guy all my net worth. What was the skill check here? It was suggestion, right?
You're back with
That was rhetoric.
container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
I mean, even if we were to put all of our rhetoric stuff on, do we get a what was it? It was visual calculus and authority, but we have -1 rhetoric because we're learning how to be Krasmazov, which may or may not be a good idea. So far, our decision to build communism has destroyed our brain. You say anything, sir?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
No, you keep being you, Leo.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What was that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Okay. Another question?
Oh, absolutely, mister. What do you want to know?
My other question? I'll come back tomorrow and ask you the question. Hello?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time.
What's in that
Sit forward,
container?
my dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about
Harry,
it.
you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way.
I think we've
to
already
go
clicked
about
that, but for some
opening
reason the text was
container.
still orange, so...
You should at least try convincing it.
I've just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Got a lot of spirit clearing up the drug problem alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now, let's talk real business.
Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
Oh. I guess I should have clicked the other thing first, damn.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope
You get
you're
any
getting
XP
along.
or anything for it? No? A waste of my time?
One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just
We're all
pals?
trying to do what's best for Martinez here. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. And with finding your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
Okay. Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Why? The previous union leader... Well, what happened to the previous negotiator?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in the previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget?
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this?
You said it.
Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry.
Um,
I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
I mean, you still used it like an insult. The previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances?
Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
That's the shittiest lie I've ever heard in my entire life.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
I don't think that's the problem with the, with what he said, but...
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
That much is true. His heart truly is in it. Though you wouldn't think so by looking at him. If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any in his expression or demeanor now.
And she thinks the union is lowballing her.
Yes, yes. Low balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Well, we told her that we met you.
It's perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
He seems happy about the prospect of you telling Joyce about your conversations.
Sounds like you want me to tell her.
No, no, Harry. I'm perfectly neutral and 100% for transparency. I know people say a lot of bad things about the Debardairs Union, but we are actually squeaky clean.
Yes, he really doesn't seem to mind.
The lieutenant seems incredulous.
Sure, he thinks. It's about transparency.
Seems kind of odd.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
Alright.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how
Does it
overweight
sing?
I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
But, like, does it really sing? About my
yes,
gun?
yes. What's that, Harry? You're getting a little pale. See you soon.
Well, so much from a blackmail the union thing. I clicked the wrong prompt. I didn't really think about that clicking that would cause the other one to disappear. Now, there may have been nothing there. Hopefully there wasn't anything there, because I'm a little annoyed that it went away, but... Alright, let's go get the body down, since I think that might help when it comes time to talk to the soldiers. Do we still have a skill point? Okay, we still have a floating skill point.
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
But you're all part of the Union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the Union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Seminoles. Now
Can I have your money
leave
then?
me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
You know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
This your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
Okay, what'd that say? A Giannis hint? Yeah, I don't really want to do that. Alright,
Hey,
fine.
see that they stay here the whole time.
Damn, we look good.
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Yeah, we're the law around here.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
Well, technically we don't really have either of those.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
Yes, sure.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
I'm doing this for you!
Spoken by a mercenary, pretending to be a worker.
I'll work with whoever I want.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez.
Oh yeah, I forgot, we need to give Kunar a kilo.
The man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
No side choosing, we did what we had to keep order.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, sir. What up?
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Damn right.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Alright, so are you a mercenary?
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking bug.
His giant chest deflating and his mouth slightly open?
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
He looks at you?
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time. The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right to work dance back on.
And we were both told, like, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't show him the picture. I don't know if it's quite worth the risk. I don't really know, like, what we would really get out of the picture. And if there's an off chance that he shoots us, I don't really want to get shot. How do I talk to you, lady? How do I get up there? Nobody knows. Nobody's figured it out. There's no stairs. I don't know. You say anything new?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
He doesn't look happy to see you? Why not? By godly authority. So the... I think that's... I don't think we need to tell them this. Is there anything new
Again.
here?
Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
Okay. I just want to see if there's anything new there. I'm just trying to think if there's any like, I feel like there's no reason we need to tell him this, but I guess there's no reason for us to not tell him it either.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Cronell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Okay, they are forming a tribunal.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
I mean, the Hardy Boys don't stand a fucking shot. You guys are gonna get smoked.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Like, I don't think the two people can take on 1,000 guys, but they can take on like 10 easy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole merc platoon.
They got automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
Is that gonna pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
See what, that they don't?
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor.
He takes a sip of his beer to bide his time, then tries to get the last word in.
You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
They've gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
Okay, yeah, you're kind of right there.
What do you mean, okay?
Okay, I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
I mean, we're your only hope.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that on what might be the eve of battle.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Damn authorities lowered because of freaking communism. Bunch of damn nonsense. And so that guy just died. The sleeping man?
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Not now.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? with a twist of lemon, maybe lime, maybe who cares? Just rum.
I'm good. It's not drink o'clock. Alright, we only take a sip of the sauce when we have to choose violence.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Nothing new there. Bro, how do I get to the roof?
Another thing, yes?
Oh, how do I get to the roof?
I've got nothing to say to you.
What? Why did that pop up?
The door is this door still. The lieutenant, he doesn't like.
Like, just what am I missing? There's no stairs. No way to like climb up. Nothing to interact with. How the hell do I get over there? Because it's like, I actually remember, like, it's one of the few things I remember. Is I actually remember talking to that lady when I played this, you know, the first few hours of this game. So I'm pretty sure we can get there. I don't know how.
The window stands broken. You see some lights. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Interfacing. I mean, I think our interfacing is still the same. We haven't gotten anything besides our gloves that give interfacing, right? I mean, there's this, but we can't do anything with this.
You see ahead the cobalt. The door does not. Behind the dock workers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Not time yet.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
I don't really know what that means, but it's not time yet. Lady, how does one get up there? Oh yeah, Kuno.
Yes?
You're not Kuno. Oh, we could try and convince Kim there's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case. Logic. Logic, Inland Empire. We have our logic glasses. No, we don't have our logic glasses. Our logic is actually suffering because of our current thought though, right? So it's rhetoric. Our rhetoric's bad. Well, you give minus logic. That's the price of being a superstar cop, at least. I don't think we have anything that gives Inland Empire.
Yes?
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex, but only banal things strike you.
I was like, we weren't going to fail both.
A banal person with a very small soul. One you should be ashamed of. It's no wonder the soft one doesn't want it back. It was right to abandon you.
Okay. I can't talk to Kuno because you're in the way.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
By the way, Kipt is a racial slur.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh yeah, kids nodding approval, but don't you mean desert? No, is this a battle I think I'm gonna win? It's not really a battle I think I'm gonna win, but...
Can't tell Kuno what words to use? Fucking kipped.
What is this, a word museum? You want to belong in a museum, Kuno, with the old people?
Fuck you. Kuno says kipped if he wants to. Kuno's dad says kipped all the time. Kipped's a cool word.
Yeah, but Kuno, your dad is a loser.
Kipped, kipped, kippity, kipty, kipped. Kippity, kipped, 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 kipped.
Kipped. Alright, shut it down, see. The cunt has business to do.
Alright, I took care of the drug situation.
Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back. That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way.
By kilo, you mean gram, right?
Kuno knows what Kuno means.
Aren't you gonna ask how I defeated the most violent man in Revachol?
Word on the street is, you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker, distraction style. That's some sick shit.
What?
Not a single muscle moves on the lieutenant's face.
Kuno wants to hear all about it, but first we split the kilo, then we shoot the shit.
Alright, fine. Here's your drug. It's a gram, whatever.
Wow, that's heavy. There you go. More than half
Okay,
in
that was
there.
worth it for 70
Kuno's fucking
XP.
honorable like that.
There is no movement on the lieutenant's face as he stares intently at the trash container, but he does not approve.
I mean, that's fair,
Now tell
but
me,
70
how
XP.
the fuck are you still alive, pig?
Okay, there were a lot of unpaid utility bills there.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit.
Your dad doesn't give a shit about them?
Yeah, that's right. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about that electricity and light shit. Just wants to pound on people and drink.
I mean, I don't really feel good about telling the 12-year-old to get a job. You have to find somewhere else?
That's right. It's a shithole. Kuno's gonna move underground, Leroy shit, ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
I met your dad?
Yeah, you do some Sambo shit, sneak in. Is the hooker thing real?
Sambo is an acronym for Samaran boxing, graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. Just letting you know.
I killed your dad, Kuno.
What is this shit? He's fucked up on roids to drink more. You can't kill him. Kuno's dad says he'll die by his own hand. Die suicide style.
Okay, he was half dead and he was sleeping under some clothes.
What?
His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again, reorienting himself.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit. That's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window.
I mean, whatever scary thing he might have been, he's nothing now.
Yeah. Kuno's dad is fucking nothing. Fucking coma shit. Stroke shit. Kuno's dad is so fucking violent. He's had a stroke many times. Shit. Kuno's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuno's dad. Speed shit. Crime shit. Fucking on the bed. Kuno's gonna go out like Kuno's dad. Revachol West style.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
The whisper comes smaller than usual.
There's a touch of grief in there.
Fuck you talking sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit.
I mean, you don't have to be that.
Get your fucking nun ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think 'cause you brought Kuno 1 gram of speed, you're friends now?
Not really.
Turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
The little hat jumps up and down behind the fence. Looked around in there. It's not an easy life you got going.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we got plans.
Alright.
Yeah, pig. This shit is done. Now get the fuck out of Kuno's face. Kuno needs to drop the bomb.
Oh, anything
The
new
fuck
here?
do you want with it?
Fair
Good
enough.
call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno. Doesn't fucking care.
Alright, see you, buddy. Dead body time.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Well, it's done.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
I want to do a field autopsy.
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Got it.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Oh, I can't get the compartment of my ledger open?
The Blue Heart. Oh, that's good shit. You'll love it. Just press down and fuck it open like you always do. Fuck it hard. Copopo the clown.
He means force. It'll work.
Okay.
Come back later, Copo.
Let's
amuse yourself with my frank manners and...
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
But I want the boots.
Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
Oh. But I won't have the chance because we're doing the thing now.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
Let's get in there.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
We just fill this in, right? Show him the red field autopsy form in your ledger?
That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Open your ledger.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Assistant.
That's you.
Raphael Ambrosius Castillo.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number?
KK57-0803.0815.
That's too many numbers. You don't need that many numbers.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Alright, whatever.
Next.
Aim?
We've heard the nom de guerre. Lely. It's better than nothing. Write it down.
Lily?
What's next? Date of birth?
Date of birth.
NA.
Age?
Roughly 50.
The corpse looks ageless, like meat on a hook.
Race.
Mondial.
Whatever that means.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex?
Fucky, fucky!
The little monster exclaims energetically.
Male.
Pigs can have sex!
We'll just write male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
Write
What
that
else?
down.
9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
When are we taking this guy's liver out?
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word. Treatment.
So, what exactly is treatment?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
I mean, wasn't Guy throwing a ball at him over and over again? I'm not so sure.
Silent nod. The lieutenant places his gloved hand on the corpse's chest, as if in preparation. Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbat puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
That seems like a lot.
We should start the post-mortem.
On the page?
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Well, external examination.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
And am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Alright, omit the boots.
Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini.
Write it down.
The deceased has a cargo lashing belt around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write it down.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age, about 50. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing.
Write it down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
I don't really see a need to touch the hair, but let's just write it down.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
You hear that, Kuno? You can't throw for shit.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Write down, but a min for high velocity?
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife, while the other hand is pulling on the belt. He starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Always good to think ahead. Now...
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's
we
neck.
need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
I'm not really good at that.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Okay, let's look for a good spot.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
We have our shirt, our physical instrument shirt equipped. Plus we can't back out anyway, so let's fucking go for it.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
Lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there's a gap.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write it down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! It's gonna happen, see!
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Like he was enjoying his moment of death?
Ah yes, your hunch before. We can have a semen analysis requested from processing, if that's what you meant.
No, I was trying to get a psychic read.
No, you weren't, officer. That would be preposterous. Just write down that we request a semen, vaginal, and anal fluids analysis.
The corpse with his pants down does not have an opinion on the subject. All he has is genitals and a deathly odor.
Alright, write it down.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
Write it down.
Last item, hands.
He takes the right man's right hand in his, inspects it, moves on to the other. I want to pick up the hand.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
No, that's not our name.
Nothing does. This was pleasurable. I sincerely thank you for touching my hand. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Working so close to the fumes coming from the corpse must be hard. You realize suddenly that the lieutenant has been barely keeping it together these past 2 items.
Write it down.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Well, a description of injuries. Well, let's do the internal examination, I guess. We'll just go in order.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
You don't even have a joke.
Damn.
Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently.
Do we need to take a
rotten
break?
Smell
Gimme?
erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
What?
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system.
Back hunched as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Do you have like a moth in there?
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Look inside.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
No, we're fine.
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Okay, write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Do we not have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't even actually know what that is, so I guess not.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Well, he was potentially drunk.
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
I was wondering if there's something we could still
We
do.
already have one test as per regulation, and we already requested semen.
Pigs requested semen like it's no big deal.
I'm not even interested in his boring mulkus anymore. I haven't sucked him off or anything.
Can we change it to toxicology? Seems
Other
prudent.
requests then. We'll know if drugs or poisons remain in his blood. At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with it.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh, approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around on the ground, the pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Okay, write it down. Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Okay, bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted. And your opinion, officer?
Oh, the bite marks are non-fatal.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
With high-velocity rocks.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
The lieutenant's admission has caused great gratitude in Kuno. He is silent with it. Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Postmortem.
Right. Next.
What's the 4th one for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Okay, literature mark.
Dark red abraded
Or
ligature mark
ligature?
encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured. The cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Well, I mean, of the 3, it would be the fatal injury. No clawing on the neck does kind of make it seem like he was already dead. Like, there's no sign of struggle or anything. Which makes it kind of seem like they hanged him after but he could have just been, like, passed out.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
How'd it go?
Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal of an autopsy.
But we already kind of knew that.
We requested a test to be run on the genitals. That was the règle. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath. We were thorough with the list of injuries too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Okay, we have several skill points. Let's, I like my Inland Empire. I think we'll just do the 1 for now, and we'll save. Bonuses from thoughts, -1, -1, -1, -1. Thoughts are a damn scam.
I need a copy of that autopsy.
But also, like, I can't...
Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
They're also so interesting because they're like little loot boxes, and they destroy my brain because I'm like, it could be anything in there. One of the thoughts could give like +6 to every stat, for all I know. They could also give -6, which seems more likely.
He's thinking, did I miss something? You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
I mean, I could just roll a 12.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look under his fingernails?
His fingernails have turned dark. They're chipped and quite long. There is dirt under them. That's all.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
Got a gut feeling there's more to this corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
We have a fridge.
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
So that's what the ice bear shaped refrigerator is for.
Now, that's an overstatement. It's not actually for storing cadavers, or at least I hope so. I think we should take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Okay. Go. Time we at? Okay, let's try and finish this up. Okay, plug this back in.
Both cables are unplugged from somewhere in the dark.
Get the lead out.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
Was big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Alrighty.
The 2 of you, easily.
Let's do it.
The body is heavier than you expected, and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge.
Your boots are
The
mine.
lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in a nice bare fridge. This does not leave this room.
This isn't police work, Kim. It's art. We're artists. And this is our vision.
If I were an artist, this would certainly not be my vision. I would be much, much more conservative in my work.
He's right. His work would be much more formal.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like it in the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo.
At the autopsy, you said you had ancient mysteries?
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
But to where, brother?
Just a small gulp away. My beloved Kobo. A small gulp away. Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
Okay. We will call it here. What is it? That's perception? We have anything that gives... I know there's that... The frog hat gave perception. Could go buy that if we really want to. Nothing's giving us minus perception. Alrighty. We will call it here. Next time we will probably end the day. Move on to day 3. I'm trying to think, is there anything else we really want to do immediately? We'll also come back and steal his boots. Which, presumably he'll probably... Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. Oh yeah, there was that other door next to the apartments we have to go, do. Now we have 4 honor. Look at that. That's probably more honor than anybody's ever seen in their entire life. Oh yeah, and we can also mess with our ledger, and there's some stuff. And there's this thing, which I think this man was obliterated from the video game. He no longer exists. But alrighty. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.